Anyway, welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. Last episode we did some special seeds. We're gonna do two simultaneously again, I think. Because, I don't know, speed things along a bit, I suppose. Anyway, tier seed, yeah. Special seed number 1 is tier glue, which you apparently can hardly see, which is why I'm gonna do another one. The next one is the blank. The blank. And you'll soon see what that does. Character will be... I don't know, let's do Judas. Boom. Who needs a face, right? So apparently there's a small glow to our tier which you can only see once we have a Curse of Darkness. I don't know why that's a special seed. I don't really see too much use of it. Then again, what's the point of having no face? So, you know. Anyway, music's normal for a change. Woohoo! So let's just, you know, cool. Immediate luck up. Cool. I like it already. The whole no face thing is kind of weird. I kind of wonder what's going to happen once we start picking up items, because I mean, some items just give you pretty much a new face. Will we get a new face, or will our face remain a white canvas for eternity? I don't know. Why are we still playing hard? Because easy is too easy? I mean, I've conquered hard difficulty. I see no real reason going back to normal. That's just silly, isn't it? One of these days I'll get that one. There you go. Alright. Neighbors are mowing the lawn. Don't know why. It's not really that long yet, but there you go. Maybe their chihuahua is getting lost in the not tall grass. Oh, free HP. I like it. Anywho. I already have a topic generator up. I suppose if I can worry myself about talking about random shit, it means I really got a good grasp on this game, which we'll probably need for the game that comes after. Still, no spoilers, although, you know, hints have been given. Sure, it's weird, let's go with it. Oh, so that does come on our face. You can sort of see our eyes move as well. So now we can shoot behind corners. A little bit. How would it even work? Yeah, like that. Something we could already do, but now it's just more complicated to do. Psst. I suppose it's handy for those shots that are going left while I'm suddenly deciding to target to the right. I wonder how, whatchamacallit. Okay, I need to get you down here and then exploding. Come on. No, yeah, there you go. No. There you go. See that laddie? Perfect. Are we on an Excel floor? Nope. So we can leave that spirit heart there for the end. So yeah, I suppose it is time that this series ends. Still a good amount of stuff that I haven't had a chance to try, namely the triple bum buddies. But make no mistakes, Isaac is not gonna go away forever. There is DLC announced. I believe it's called Afterbirth Plus. We'll be back for that. It's a bit too soon to talk. Do I want to fly already? I think Bookable Isle is worth a bit more than flights. Ow. Well, that took off most of my health. I suppose I could take it now to go check up on things I may have missed. Anyway, yeah, we'll get a random topic going once we get to the, what's that called again? Whatever. Don't be held down. Okay. That's it. Okay. I'll take Book of Belial again. Alright, random topic thingamajiggy. What's in your car trunk? I don't have a car. And probably nobody believed that, for good reason. Because I do own a car, and I have an entire series dedicated to me driving in it. Talking about random shit like I'm doing right now. What do I have in my trunk of my car? Dead bodies. Don't tell anyone. But seriously though. The usual stuff like spare tire, the necessary equipment to put on said spare tire, and the blankets to make sure that my actual fabric in my trunk doesn't get dirty and grimy from all the stuff I occasionally haul. There's a first aid kit in there, there's a fluorescent vest in there, which is now something you have to have with you, according to the law. There's that triangle doohickey case of accidents. Jumper cables, but I think I already mentioned that. It's kind of interesting though. I recently read that a lot of new cars do still come with a spare tire, but not the necessary equipment to put on the spare tire. Like they won't have a jack or something with it. And like, here's a spare tire, which you can't do anything with yourself. I don't know. Maybe the reasoning is to get more money out of our pockets, so we have to call someone to go and fix that for us. Maybe it's just so we would fuck up ourselves. Sure, we probably don't get another item out of here anyway. Spider love. And I just put some money in there for good luck. Not that that actually is the way this works, but you know. But yeah. A lot of new cars don't have the necessary tools to actually put on a spare tire. Some of them just completely miss a spare tire to begin with, but anyway, I have already had to put a new tire on my car once. Had a flat. And I could do it by myself. Because apparently that's a thing you need to be able to do as a guy. Which makes it all the more interesting if you actually have a car which doesn't have the proper equipment to put on a spare tire. Like, yes, I can do it, and oh, nope, I missing half the crap I need. I don't know. Anyway, that's the, for the most part, the contents of my trunk. So let's get another one. One thing you must accomplish today is I need to go to the recycling thing. I don't know what the proper name is, like not a garbage dump, but like a place where you go dump your trash and they recycle it. So recycling center, I don't know. Yeah, because we recently did some remodeling and we ended up with a lot of stuff that needs to be chucked out. That stuff has been chucked out but is now piling up somewhere in a corner. And we still need to go do a drive to get rid of them. Which in our part is annoying because first of all there's like this giant massive line because Let me just... nailing that per se. But I don't think I want it. Yeah. Telepills. Yeah, that's the thing I need to do today. Don't want to have it rained on because it's gonna make it all gunky and such. A lot like old portraits and like old shit in general, actually. What foods do you keep out of sight? What do you mean by that? Like stuff that if you see it, you gotta eat it, or stuff you just can't eat because you think it's gross? If it's stuff that I would eat an entire thing of it. Sure. It would probably be salty stuff, like chips, crisps, whatever you call those. So salty cookies, you know, pretzels, salt stuff. I don't have a sweet tooth, not a big fan of chocolates. Salty goods, yeah. If it's gross stuff, I don't know, there's like a never-ending list, to be honest with you. Like, sour cream is something that a lot of people like, and I'm just like, you know, I'm good. Like, cheesecake. Not a big fan of that either. But yeah, things I don't like, I could just go on and on and on. So, let's find something else. You receive education somewhere other than school? Nope. Describe your yard as a child. Did you help with the yard work? What are your memories? Big dog. German Shepherd. Compared to me, that dog was the size of a house. Scared the shit out of me. Even though it was the sweetest thing in the world. Anyway, we never did get another dog. Apparently it was too much to bear for my parents, which up to this day I find like silly. I mean, sure, if a pet dies, it's hard, alright? But you really have to dwell on that for like 20 years. You know, use the excuse that it's so much easier without one, and I suppose it would, alright? You don't need to go buy dog food, cat food, pet food, all what you want. Oh, god damn it. But I mean, you also don't have to worry about it when you go on a holiday, but first things first, my parents don't go on holidays, right? They're all constantly complaining they never go anywhere, but neither of them is willing to actually make the first step and just blame the other one. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, get a dog. Jeez. You said things were so great, but then you don't do it. Anyway, forgive and forget, I think. Forgive, sure. Forget, not necessarily. Not necessarily, no. Because if you forget, you run the risk of running into the same situation again. So, forgive, sure. Forget, nope. If that makes me sound like a dick, then so be it, alright? But if someone does me wrong, I will forgive about it in a while. But don't... Why do I constantly keep getting hit by those? What is wrong with my brain? Anyway, I think that was red heart damage, so there goes the deal with the devil. Which you probably wouldn't get. We could have, actually. I don't know. Whatever. Anywho, let's pick something else. Could live in any era of history, what would it be? List 10 reasons why. I don't got time for that. Depression. What? Rather be rich or poor? What dumb question is that? Seriously. Would you rather have a ton of money or not? I mean, if you don't want to have a lot of money, you can easily give it away. If you want a ton of money, however, you know, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult for you. So why go with poor when you can easily become poor? Ah, shite. There's some health. We should probably go after it, right? Let's check this first. Troll bomb. Woo! Yeah, that's just a stupid question altogether. What is your least favorite time of the year and why? I actually went over this in a recent On the Road episode. Gonna go with fall as a season then, because it's not cold enough for snow, at least not here. It's not warm enough to do a lot of things outside, and all those leaves getting wet and starting to rot is just gross. And that, my ladies and gentlemen, is why fall is my least favorite season. Then again, that wasn't the question. The question was time? Time, yeah, I don't know. Describe yourself as if you were your own best friend. Nope, I don't do that stuff. When was the first time you were hurt? Like what? Physically hurt? I don't know, probably when I was a kid at some point. I remember getting a chair on my face once that I pulled down myself. Does that count? Probably could have gone with the Spirit Heart as well, but you know. Ah, this is just bull. And then I got out of there without getting hit, sure. And if we're talking about getting hurt emotionally, probably the same thing. I mean, kids get sad or hurt really easily. Kind of cookie, no, wee, and you're off, right? So, do you have recurring dreams? What are they about? My dreams are all over the place. They don't make sense. And half of the time I can't remember them, which is apparently also normal. My dreams are generally really weird, like running down the stairs with a giant bottle of Coke chasing me down. That's kind of weird. It doesn't make any sense. And I'm pretty sure going to that with a psychiatrist will just have him make me look weird. So, no deal with the devil because we are not done with this floor yet. Well, we're not done with the bosses yet. Let's see if I can get that chest out of there. Might be some HP in there. No, unlimited bombs. Well, that's sort of ironic. Might as well go look for a secret room or two. You might be able to see the glow effect here. Nope, still nothing. Okay, well that takes care of that then. Sure. So weird dreams. I once dreamt there was a sweatshop in my basement. In case you're wondering, there isn't. Oh, we can see the glow now, I think. Yes. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I don't have recurring dreams. And they're generally something weird. So, make of that what you will. Okay, let's just go. Just need to drag this out. Describe a color in one word without using the color's name. Snow. I would like to emulate blank because I don't know. What would have happened if you didn't leave? What would have happened if you didn't leave the house this morning? We wouldn't have anything to eat for lunch and dinner. Yeah. And there would probably be one less piece of bird poop on my car. Because a bird took a crap on it while I was out. Anyway, what are the values you cherish even though they counter to societal values? That is way too deep for me to answer. 10 things I've done or said that I'm proud of. Blech. Feeling low, why? Blech. So you're angry, what now? Get mad. No wait, you're already mad. Oh, how does that went? This demand to see life's manager, give the lemons back, something like that, right? And then set fire to a house with combustible lemons. Apparently that is the proper way of handling things. I don't see a problem with it. Man apparently was chief of a major corporation. I'm pretty sure he knew what he was doing. Anyway, next. You believe that humans have more in common than we want to believe. That's another question that doesn't make sense, right? Do you think we have more in common than you believe? Well, no, I mean... That's just weird, isn't it? The phrasing, that is, not the actual question. I mean... If you believe you have, like, 10% in common, you also think we have 10% in common. So no, you don't believe you have more in common than you think. If it's a general question, do you think we have a lot in common? Well, obviously, yes. I mean, we look different, but I mean, compare yourself to like a botfly or something, and like, who? Anyway, that's another weird one. Let's take care of the boss. Could use explosives to hurt him, but I'd rather not have him hurt me with said explosives. So I'm getting rid of them. I should be safe here. Oh, come on! Don't be over there. That's just, there you go. Alright, Krampus. Aww. Well, that didn't... Oh, there's two of them. Never mind. Let me find an item room. Alright, new thing. You win a scholarship to go back to school for any 4-year degree you want. What will you study? What do you want to do in your life right now? So go back to school for 4 years. What would I pick? I don't know. I'm quite happy with the choice I made. Wouldn't have made him in the first place if I did. I mean, I was always interested in science, and I didn't now end up taking science. If I were to take something extra, what extra thing would I take? Like electricity? Is that a thing? Something with my hands at least, because I mean, I might know how to turn water into wine. Spoiler, I don't. But don't ask me to actually do it, because I mean, I can go about with lab equipment, but when it comes down to doing simple stuff like, and I'm really oversimplifying things, like, could you hang this picture on a wall? I'm like, how? And yes, I know how a hammer works, right? But again, it's just an example. But yeah, I'm not the most handy person, and you know, I think doing some electricity thing would be interesting enough. Why electricity? Because it's dangerous as fudge. Now, don't think of me as a thrill seeker now. Going with electricity because it's dangerous, not because of, ooh, it's dangerous, living life on the edge and stuff like that. No. Because other stuff like, I don't know, just something else like that, you could probably learn by yourselves, but if you fuck up, say, electrical wiring or something, you could burn a freaking house down with that, with faulty wiring. Or kill yourself. I mean, I guess the same thing you could do with carpentry, but it's going to take a whole lot to kill yourself cutting up a board. It has probably happened though, but you know what I mean. So what I'm saying here is I would take something like electricity to be taught by a professional rather than something I would teach myself. Ah, I didn't even see you there. No. Oh, come on. Talking about anything but the game is really harming my performance. We'll keep going though. Do you think you lived before? Why? What? Like previous lives? No. No, that's just no. I do not think I have. We'll take Tech 2.2 to the Tech 0.5. Jeez. And I think we're going to be leaving after this room. Why not? Because there's just no way that's a potential thing. I mean, knowing what we know now, how would you possibly explain a second life? People say they can get you into contact with your second life and stuff like that, but whilst that might be fine and dandy, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, what during our entire birth thing, cycle thing, you know what I'm saying, the whole process of developing during birth. Where the hell would you place integrating a soul from previous life? It just doesn't add up, alright? It's an interesting concept, but personally I think it's bogus. Next. Describe a perfect winter day. Tell about an activity you would do on said day. Drive my car slowly through corners at an angle. Because if I do it quickly, I'd probably crash my car. But yeah, so indeed, lots of snow, freezing, clear blue sky. No, actually, scratch that. A little, actually cloudy. Make it cloudy. Yeah, why cloudy? Snow blindness, man. Ooh, no joke. Yeah. What the hell? This is awesome. Okay, yeah. Story starter. From the living room I could hear the sound of the waves bursting on the shore. What if he was still out there, fighting the dark monster? What, you want me to create a story now? Jeez. I'm generally not too bad with improv, but that's really short notice, though. I could probably figure something out given time, but, you know, I don't have that. How is life different for your children than when you were growing up? Well, that's a simple question, actually. Life for my children is pretty much non-existent at the moment. Haha. But I suppose you could extrapolate the question and going with your generation versus next generation. And I think I made myself clear on that before. It's pretty simple, honestly. I am happy to be able to say that I had a childhood before the internet took over. Internet / technology, stuff like that. I didn't get a computer until I was like 7, I believe. Didn't get a phone until I was 12, I think. Could have been even late, like 14, 15. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, during the weekends we went outside and we had to go up to a friend's house, ring the doorbell, hope that it was him that answered the door and not his parents, because ooh. Anyway, now it's all computers. Just give a call. Oh, where are you over there? Blah 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 blah. Or just talk on Skype or whatever. Or like you got little kids messing around with iPods or iPads. I mean, a 3-year-old does not need an iPad. All right, give him a stick, put him in the yard, make sure he can't choke on some thing or something. Let kids be free. Let them make their own mistakes. They don't need to be pampered. Which I guess is one reason why they give kids iPads and stuff like that. If a kid has an iPad, he's sitting on the couch doing nothing. Alright? He can't hurt himself too much. So apparently an undead can't be killed with a death card. Cool. Didn't know that. But yeah, I mean, give a kid an iPad and he's not gonna hurt himself. You can keep supervision on him because he ain't going anywhere, right? He's too busy playing whatever. Angry Birds or Farmville or whatever. Let a kid loose in the real world and he's pretty much out of your control. Depending on how you raise him, of course. I mean, we got into trouble and we learned from that. Kids today now, and it's weird to me to actually say this, but because it makes me sound old, but yeah, the kids these days, jeez, what up with them, man? Big mouth is what they got. I mean, if I said something wrong to my parents, I got slapped in the face. Alright? Probably because I earned it. Nowadays you can't do that anymore because that's child abuse. It also means that your only real means of controlling your kids, disciplinary, is by putting them in a corner. I mean, when I was a kid and I got punished, I was sent to my room, which was terrible. Right? The only thing I had in my room was a closet and a bed. Had some lighting and stuff like that, you know. Send the kids to their room now, you're not really punishing them. I mean, they got television, computers, shit like that. Pull out their internet, then you'll hear them scream, but, well, even then, they got this weird Wi-Fi crud and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, kids these days have it too easy, and they're getting lazy. But I mean, I get it from a parent standpoint, right? You want your kids safe and stuff like that, but you kind of gotta let them go at some point, I believe. Let them learn stuff for their own. There's only so much you can tell them. And face it, you're probably forgetting a few things. What those things are, I don't know, but let's kill Mom, which is kind of ironic because I'm talking about parenting right now. But yeah, we'll continue this talk once I've seen what's in here. It's not bad, actually. Sure, let's blow you up as well. So yeah, kids, let them roam outside. Let them scrape their knee. And if you raise them right, they probably won't come back home in the back of a police car. Besides, it gets them out of your hair as well. Anyway, that's Kids 101, I suppose. Take that from someone who doesn't even have kids. Well, I'm depressed. I feel sad. But that's generalizations. Look, last time you... That's not even a question. Last time you blank. Describe the perfect summer day. What will you do on that day? Perfect summer day. Like, clear blue sky. 21, 22 degrees outside. Slight breeze. And I'd probably be sitting outside. Ooh. Is it going to be empty again? No. We already got a better weird trinket. Thank you. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, just sitting outside at a bar or something. Have a drink with some friends. There's 3 of you? That's a little... No, there's 4. No, 3. I don't hate swimming either, so that could be an alternative. Damn cough. I'll adjust things in a bit. Okay. Let's get a new thing going. My faith is non-existing anymore. Define goodness. What? 10 things I've done that I wish I hadn't. What do you desire? List everything. Don't have time for that. Let my children not. Will never do again, and here's why. I know I suddenly stopped on that one because I can't really think of anything for that either. So maybe I should just go on and pick something else again. I don't know. No, I really don't know. I regret nothing, shall I say. The bad things I did I learned from, so... Have you ever made someone cry? What happened? Yeah. Punched the dude in the face and he started crying. It was great. The best thing was he was like bigger than I was. It's like those classic things you see, like someone being like, "Ooh, come at me, Brian," and he shoves you and shoves you and he pushes you, and you throw one punch, he goes down on the floor, and you know, he didn't go down with one punch. All right, like I said, the dude's bigger than me, and he probably could have ripped me to pieces if he really wanted to, but I know exactly what happened. He came at me, started shoving and pushing. Anyway, this is elementary school, right? So that is a while back. So, you know, kids and stuff like that. So, I don't know what exactly happened anymore, but he ended up, I think it was just a bully at that point. You know, shoving and stuff like that. And I took a swing at him, hit him straight on the nose. He didn't go down, but he did start crying. So, anyway. Besides that, I try not to piss off people. That's not in my nature of doing that. I will defend myself if needed. But no, I am not an instigator for that kind of stuff. And I kind of like the guy who wants to do good for everyone. If possible.
Retro vision.
So I'm not making it something normal. Do you have a childhood hideout? Where? Describe it. We had a treehouse. When I was a little lad. Like I said, our parents actually allowed us to go outside. So, you know, we had time to do stuff like that. Yeah, we had a treehouse. It was nice. Nothing too fancy, just some boards up in a tree that we tied on there. Yes, tied. We weren't allowed to take a hammer with us. So yeah, I was allowed to do stuff, but you know, taking a hammer with us, that was a bit too much. Despite perfectly being able of probably injuring ourselves with high lengths of rope as well. But anyway, yeah. So all stuff tied down. Nothing too fancy, like we didn't have chairs and whatnot there, but you know, we had a roof, and you know, hard getting out of that one. Eventually the thing got torn down when they emptied the lot to put buildings on. Well, houses. Oh well. Cool. Binky. Lazarus's rags. Good stuff. Alright. What else? Are you always right? No, that's just wrong. If you think you're always right, I probably don't even want to know you anymore. Which is a harsh statement to say, but I hate people who can't be reasoned with. Which comes naturally if you think you're always right. You can't be always right, it's just not possible. I mean, you probably could, but you know, it would mean you'd probably also be kind of boring. I don't know. I met people who thought they were always right, and they are, like I just mentioned, a giant pain in the butt to hang around with. It's the same thing with people who can't admit mistakes. Oh, come on, stop giving me this room. I'm generally gonna get hit on one of these. Okay. But yeah. There you go. Fart on your face. Okay, what was I going on about? Yeah. People you can't reason with. And the fun begins when they actually do end up making a mistake and you know they won't admit to it. That, I take personal pride in seeing how far I can drive things then. I think I made a wrong word there. Like, see how far I can take him. Until I actually drive him into a corner and he's got no other option than to admit his mistake, which they obviously then don't do. They just get mad and go away. And like, yep, that's a victory in my books. I don't know, maybe that makes me a jerk. But, I mean, come on, man. Just say, sorry, I was wrong, and we're good. You don't have to make a list of 5 ways you've changed the last 5 years. I don't know that. You should ask someone else to make that list about me. What would happen if you had that one already? Nobody knows that I am a duck. Wah, wah. A degree is... what, like a unit of temperature? Is that what you're going with? Well, it's not a unit, it's just... a unit is like Celsius, Fahrenheit, Kelvin. Or do you talk like college and stuff? I don't know. I suppose they say having a degree is important. Yes and no. I mean, a degree is important if you actually need one. Which sounds stupid, but you know. There's a lot of people out there who don't have a degree and are still happy with the job they're currently doing. So, is a degree essential? No. No, it isn't. It isn't. It helps you do what you want to do later in life, but... and by help, I mean you actually do need it for that, so at that point it kind of does become essential, but... nobody's gonna hire you as a nuclear physicist if you don't have a degree in it. For good reasons. Right? But, I mean, there's a lot of people happy with their choice in life that didn't end up having a degree, so... if you want to do something fancy pants, you're probably gonna need one. If you don't plan on doing something fancy pantsy, you don't need one. I mean, you don't need a degree to be a YouTube Let's Player. Yet I still have one. Anyway. Let's do the next one. Story started. This was more than intuition. It seemed my mind was working ahead of me. I knew It Lives was in the door behind me because I've played this game before, yet there was still some bit of uneasiness to it. See, I can do improv, it's never good, but... and I think I just wasted that card because there's no real need. I don't think the effect stacks, let me just put it that way. Alright, let's go grab some health. I'd rather not die. Let's see what's still out there. What's the best thing that's happened this week? I don't know, it's like Monday, the week is just starting. So what's the best thing that happened for me on Monday at 9 AM? It wasn't raining outside. That's the thing, right? Anywho. My worst enemy is... you mean like an actual person? I don't think I have any... I don't have a hatred towards... well, I do, but, you know... I went on that topic for quite a while on previous episodes, so... no need to do that now. Okay, we're full on HP. Good, let's go. Yeah, no reason to dwell on that now. I don't really resent anyone at the moment. Just feel sad for the choices they made in life. So, you know, define kindness. Is that something like doing something for others without actually getting something out of it yourself? No, that's selflessness. But yeah, I think doing something for someone else without actually getting something out of it yourself. Simple enough, right? say if you do something like that, you also shouldn't feel good about yourself or something. And I suppose that's true, but you know. Actually, I suppose it shouldn't be true. You should feel good about being kind. What you shouldn't do, however, is boast about it, right? Oh, I did something good today. Worship me. That's, yeah, that doesn't fly. Lots of health. We'll probably be able to use that. Okay, let's get something else. Does belief in a higher power matter? If it helps you get through life, sure. Why not? If you don't get anything out of it, like if someone told me to pray to God, I'd be like, what, why? I mean, I'm assuming this is just the whole religious thing again, and I've went over this one quite a few times already. Okay, seriously though, I do not want to get killed by death, which, despite it sounding awesome, is something I'd rather not have happen. Which means I probably should have just bombed out rather than blowing up the stage, but, you know. So yeah, if you feel good about yourself, you feel empowered by it, by all means go right ahead. Personally, it's not for me. Oh, come on. Knock back. Health? Nope. Bombs. Okay, come on. Injustice in the world makes me feel wonderful. I mean, seriously though, what with these questions? Is there anyone who is thrilled by the foresight of injustice? Really? I mean, come on. What do you want people to answer? Oh, it makes me so angry that I decided to become Batman. Why I picked him, I'm not entirely sure of. I'm gonna take this because it could heal me on occasion. I don't know, it depends on where the justice is. I mean, oh, there's corruption in Africa. Okay, what do you want me to do about it? Write an angry letter? I mean, if everyone just does their part to make things better, small scale, could probably end up rooting out a lot of set injustice, you know? Ah, wonderful. Anyway, weird stuff will be weird. Look out your window and up the sky. Do you believe in something larger? We did this. I'm not happy with myself. Do you like progress? Nah. Let's just keep everything the way it is. Seriously though, another one of those stupid questions, isn't it? Of course. You keep people saying that things were better in the olden days. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. Things were simpler back then. I'll give you that much. But they weren't better. Alright? Having to do your laundry by scrubbing your clothes on a piece of grating for like 5 hours. That's not comfortable. Alright? Things were simpler back then. Sure, they weren't easier. Some things might have been easier, like, I don't know, getting a driver's license. I remember my granddad just had to go to the... Give me a second. I'm gonna stop talking now because bullet hell. I'm gonna focus a bit on here because I do want to reach Mega Satan at least. We're also gonna have to do some more rooms to actually fill a Book of Belial. Some extra health would hurt probably. We still have the Eternal Heart as well. But yeah, as I was saying, I remember Grant just had to go to the town hall and ask for a license, and they actually did give him one. So it's like, now you gotta do this test to prove you know how to drive a car. Is that a bad thing? No. Considering, come on, one of these got. Well, Steven's is not too bad. Steven. What I'm trying to say here is that it's probably indeed a good thing about the whole driver's license situation. Just giving people their license when pretty much everyone owns a car is probably no longer a smart move. But, you know, we still have those little tiny motorized mopeds, I'm going to call them. Ooh, thank you. Isaac's fork? Or was that placenta? Did I try for secret room here? Well, I did now. Yeah. Those little cars that don't require a license, but... Well, rules have changed. I mean, if you're like born in 1950 or something, you don't need a license, but I don't know, and after that needs a license for a scooter. So, you know, there's at least that now. Anyway, let's get probably what's going to be our last thing to talk about. Seen it. Is the media manipulative? Yeah, of course it is. Depending on what they want to show you, they will edit things to make their things stand out more. It's just normal. I mean, imagine there's a war going on, right, between country A and country B. Obviously, they want to rally as many troops or let them know things are going well. So country A is either going to show a lot of victims on Team's A side if they need more troops, or if they don't and just need money, they'll show them fighting back the forces of Team B. Look, yeah, we're doing well, we just need more money. So they'll either show the good stuff or the bad stuff depending on what they need. And look at country B and you'll get the same thing, just with the other guy's troops. So yeah, media's manipulative as fuck. Alright? Ow. Okay, Death, I do not appreciate your scythe bullshit. Well, we're gonna die. At least I'm gonna get Death killed again. His horse. Oh, Lazarus's Rags comes to say hello. Well, I don't think I'm gonna kill him though, but at least I might kill the guy who killed me once. Which I would be happy with. But yeah, media, it's a good thing not everyone's an idiot and just accepts things the way they are shown. You know, gotta stay critical about the whole media thing. But even then, there's issues. I mean, you'll think certain things on certain topics depending on your own personal stance towards them. And therefore, if a media article tells you what you believe, you'll have no issues believing it. Whether, if it's something you don't think is true, you'll probably be more critical about it. Wow, Mega Satan killed us with a shot that came off screen. Wonderful. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one then. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the series. Feel free to show support by commenting, liking, and or subbing if you haven't already. And I'll be seeing you guys on the next episode. Bye everyone.